If you are a super rich person, you don't really need to worry. I think if you have like $1 million to your name, something like that, I don't think you really need to worry much. I think the people that need to worry right now are the people who don't have a lot of assets, who don't have a lot of free cash, who are very reliant on their job, people who are in debt for their job, specifically college students right now. The world has been going on in this trend where we constantly create educated people for white collar jobs, for computer, corporate jobs, number jobs, things like that. But the fact is, trends end and we don't need those people anymore. So a lot of people who are in college right now, or people who are in entry level jobs, or even seasoned jobs where you're valuable to your company, those are the kinds of people that need to be worried. Manual labor people need to be worried too. Blue collar job people need to be worried as well. Now that's a little more down the line, but you should, I don't want to say worried, but I would be paying attention. If you don't have a lot of free cash, then you need to sort of plan, because the simplest way I can put this is that a lot of things are going to change, and that's not necessarily bad or good, but they are going to change very fast, and that's a scary thought, because it's the unknown. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what the world is going to become. We don't know how fast it's going to change, but it is going to change, and I can promise you that it is going to change. And a lot of people who own these AI companies, they love to give positive outlooks on these things. They love to try and give their best guess or work around certain questions with word salads and whatnot. But the truth is, these people really don't know what's going on. They don't really know what they're creating. They're completely unable to forecast what is going to happen exactly when. So if you're just a person, just like me, just like, most people who don't have a lot of money, then I would start planning. I would start trying to save up money. I would start trying to own your own living space, if that's possible, not trying to have any debt, because a lot of things are going to change, and it's going to help if you don't have any debt over your head. The US government isn't going to be able to keep up. Other countries' governments are not going to be able to keep up with what's changing with its civilian population. And then also as a society, as a culture in every country, things are going to change, and things are changing right now. I mean, we just see with what AI models have been released with very minimal infrastructure and training and time, respectively, compared to the future. I mean, we see a lot of things changing. We see education changing. We see how students learn is changing, how they study, how they do work, how professors do work, how people in their jobs do work. A seasoned professional in a corporate environment, I feel like we'd be able to see a ratio of about 10 to 1 for that person using a very capable AI. They should be able to do the job of about 10 people. In my opinion, I don't know that much about corporate environments, but I would think that in a corporate environment, it is so big and bloated and slow moving, and there's so much cash flying around, that for a while they haven't really been paying too close attention to how much money they're actually spending on payroll, on positions they don't need, on people who really aren't efficient at their work, or jobs that aren't really needed. But I feel that when an AI model arrives that is capable of doing a lot more than it is now, these companies, a lot of these big companies who hold a lot of the positions in America, a lot of the largest employers in America, are going to take a big look into their companies, and they're going to say, holy crap, we had a bunch of people we already could have fired that we didn't really need, but now that we have this, we have a ton of people. So now we're really going to look into this. We're really going to weigh our options and see how many people can we really fire, maximize profits, maximize efficiency. That's going to be the biggest thing. See, because we don't we don't necessarily need a super intelligence to be able to do a lot of these things, to be able to change the economy, to throw things off balance. It doesn't require that much to throw off the economy. It doesn't require that much to really have this ripple effect through society. It does not take that much. But what's coming is more than just a ripple. It's more than that. And it's hard to say exactly how much it is. But from people's best guesses, it's going to be a lot. And I really just recommend to people that they are prepared within their family. They're prepared within their hearts. They're prepared financially for what's coming.